We have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Matt, this is Father Bruno.
Father,
hey, how you doing? How you doing? It's a great day in your town, right?
Oh, it's a great day, Father Bruno. What a
I'm
wonderful
surprised
day.
you're not broadcasting from the Trump rally.
I don't think I would be allowed to do so. And
oh yeah, you could have done it. You could have done it, but you don't like it. I understand. It's a little trouble. And I notice you're struggling a little bit on the show today.
Oh, you think so? I'm struggling, am I?
Yeah, you're struggling. It's dragging a little bit. You're complaining about this, you're complaining about that. The computer's too slow, it's too fast. It's always something with you.
Right. Well, it's not with me, it's with the technology. Technology
will
fail
it's everybody's fault except for Matthew Connarton.
Father Bruno, you should say a prayer for my computer. Maybe you could help me out.
Well, I'm going to say a prayer for President Donald Trump. He's having a big rally today, and there's detractors out there. I saw some of the video, here in the Vatican, they're broadcasting. I had to stay up pretty late, to catch it. A lot of people with signs, very derogatory signs. And there's no respect for the president.
Well, yeah, I took a quick stroll down there earlier, and I saw some very creative signs actually that the protesters had. Very impressive.
Yeah, did you see the dump for Trump sign? You see that one?
Oh, I saw all of them. I saw many signs. Yes.
Well, tell me about what else you saw. I only got a quick look from the news feed, Reuters. Well, what did you see? You said he's got some clever ones,
My favorite one that I saw, and I actually took a picture of it, which I'll post later. It's a picture of. Do you know the movie Father Bruno? Are you familiar with the movie Booty Call?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, we only watch the movies about Christ here in the Vatican.
Yes.
The Passion of the Christ, that kind of thing. The Last Temptation of Christ. We watch the Christ movies here.
Right. Mr. Christ Goes to Washington. I'm sure you've seen that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Well, there's a movie called Booty Call, and this gentleman had a sign that looks like a movie poster, and it says Pooty Call, and it has a picture of Trump cuddling up with Vladimir Putin, so it's called Pooty Call instead of Booty Call.
It's very funny. I don't get it. Well, what's the meaning?
Well, it's, they're all cuddled up together, Trump and Vladimir Putin of Russia. You're
talking about some kind of unnatural, contrary to the laws of God and nature, embrace, that kind of thing?
Well, I suppose we are. Well, no, they're just cuddled up together.
Of course, the detractors are always like that. They're making scurrilous accusations against the President of the United States. Most of the people surrounding the Pope were Jesuits. You know that, right?
Now, define that for us, Father Bruno.
Well, the Jesuits, it's a very select group, but we're very educated. We are the intellectuals of the Catholic Church, but, we're also basically the Gestapo of the Catholic Church. We enforce the rules.
Oh, wow, I'm surprised you would use that term, Father Bruno. My goodness. Well, so you're responsible for enforcement.
Well, I use the term because, there's so many people falsely claiming that the President of the United States is like a Hitler. You hear it all the time. It's a nonsense.
I do find that a little strong, a little over the top. He clearly is not
he's not
Hitler.
Like Hitler, there is one similarity, only one. When Hitler, he promised to make Germany great again,
Yes.
which he didn't do.
That is true. And Hitler also, now that I'm thinking it, Father, you got my wheels turning a little bit here. Now that you mention it, Hitler also, I believe, was very proud and took a lot of credit for the economic prosperity that his country was enjoying at the time, and kind of used that as a way to manipulate a large mass of people into following him and going along with whatever he proposed, which is
well, you know,
interesting.
He's a very messed up guy. You know, this is a very sick guy who made a lot of claims. You know, he said he's going to make Germany great again. It never happened. You know, Germany lost the war. They became impoverished. They had to be rescued by America and the Western powers, and we had to build them up because he ruined Germany. Unlike what Trump is doing, Trump is bringing all the jobs back to America, and he's making America good again. You know, it's a resurrection. That's why the Catholic Church likes it so much.
Oh, because of the resurrection, yes. Although Trump...
Yeah, and you know, and the thing about Hitler, I mean, the man just lied all the time. His attacks on the Jews, it was reprehensible. You know, that this was the intellectual elite of Germany and Poland, and he lied about them. You know, this is the thing about Hitler. He lied, and then he lied some more.
Right.
The big lie technique. You heard that, right?
Yes. The big lie, yes.
Yeah, we don't have that, you know, with Donald Trump. Donald Trump tells the truth, and, you know, and his followers, you know, there are a lot of religious people following Donald Trump.
There are, yes.
Because they know he's telling them the truth.
Right, and he is clearly a man of God.
Of course he's a man of God.
Yes.
You see, you know, he's practically the authorized representative.
Do you? Yes, of course he is. Do you believe that he will eventually find his way to Catholicism?
Well, you know, with the politicians, you know, they can't really say exactly what's going on because there's so many groups in their coalition. You say something and then it offends part of the coalition, so you kind of keep it ambiguous. You know what I'm saying?
I do, yes. Well, we don't like too much ambiguity, though, if you know what I mean, Father Bruno. Am I right?
Well, what are you saying? Why not?
Well, you know, I mean, he's just, you know, you want, you know, you want men to be men and women to be women, you know, if you know what I mean, right, Father Bruno?
Well, of course.
Yes.
You know, of course I know what you mean.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
You mean sexual ambiguity? Yes.
Yes.
You know, we don't believe in that. In the church, you know, a man is a man and a woman is a woman.
Right.
And this is why, you know, people respect Donald Trump so much, because this is a guy who's a man. You know, we know that. You can see the way he walks. He's got a little swagger to his walk.
He does.
The way he talks. He's very sure of himself, and this is a very masculine characteristic. Very much like myself. I'm also a very masculine guy.
Yes, yes. I have no doubt that you are, Father Bruno. I assume everyone is in the Vatican.
Well, yes. 99%. There is that 1%. We're working on that, trying to clean it up a little bit.
Oh, yes. Well, that's
Yeah, there were some unfortunate accusations in the past, but you know, we're burying that, and we're gonna have to clean up the ranks a little. You understand what I'm saying?
You got to bury
tonight,
it.
you know, I'm looking forward to the speech. I'm going to tune in when Donald Trump explains how he's going to make America great again. And he's going to get rid of some more people that, you know, not doing their job properly. You know what I'm saying?
I
do.
You know,
like that guy that's head of your central bank. What an idiot.
Oh,
raising rates to the sky. You know, he raised them all the way to 2.25%. 2.25%. Oh, you know, what is that?
What? So the Vatican Bank. What? I mean, what rate are you at in terms of? Do you borrow?
We are God's rate at the Vatican Bank. You know, that we always have a rate of interest. The definition of money is that it's valuable. So, you know, you loan the money to people, and you expect to get paid back, and you got to get some interest.
Right.
But see, that this is what's wrong now with the world. You know, you got Japan. Yeah, they got 10-year bond. There's no interest. It's a negative interest. The same with Germany and parts of Europe. You hear all kinds of crazy things. Yeah, this is what Donald Trump is trying to change. You know, the whole world has gone crazy.
So what about the...
You understand the definition of money? It's valuable. So you got to get You loan it to somebody, you got to get a rate of interest. We get a good rate of interest here in the Vatican.
Oh, I bet you do.
Get a very good rate.
I bet you do, Father. Are you concerned about the stock market at all?
Well, the stocks, we're very heavily invested in the stock market.
Mm-hmm.
Takes, it's a big organization. It takes some money to keep this machine going.
Right.
So yes, we're always concerned, but we're like within in the American stock market, we're like within 4% of the all-time high. So there's a good cushion there.
Well, that's.
But I think Donald Trump, he's going to pressure the central bank. They're going to lower rates to something a little bit more reasonable, like 0.25%.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, that people can borrow then.
Right.
And the United States can more easily finance its debt.
Are you hopeful that the president will do a rally in Rome?
Well, he hasn't really, he's not really president of Rome. We're backing him up. 110%. The Pope is in his corner. A lot of bishops, a lot of cardinals. They like a Donald Trump. But, when it comes to political rallies, we don't allow that in the Vatican. It's not allowed.
Yeah.
So I don't expect a rally. But I got to tell you, have you ever been to a Trump rally? Have you ever been there?
I've not been inside. Today was literally the closest. Well, actually, Father, it's interesting, though. Back before Trump announced his candidacy, when he first started coming to New Hampshire, Jenny and I did go to, I think, maybe 3 different events that he was speaking at. But these weren't rallies, technically. These were like sort of, the pre-tour, like when a band goes and plays some clubs before, to kind of warm up before they go and do the big arenas. It was kind of like that. So I've been to those.
Well, now, so you went to some of these smaller events, smaller rallies. Were you surprised that Donald Trump, he jumps to the head of the pack so quick? Well, did that surprise you? Because it didn't surprise us.
No.
We know charisma when we see it.
Right. No, same here. It really didn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, because, America, they need bigness, and Donald Trump is big. He's got a big persona.
He's
got
huge.
A big personality. He's got a big impact. And this is what America wants. They want big,
That's right. We do like it big. I had always wondered, Father, growing up, I had always wondered what would happen if someday a mainstream celebrity who had never held public office before, but who was a big star, who was super famous, who everyone knew, what would happen if that individual ran for president? And we found out what happens. They win.
That's right. That's all right, Matt. Because, America, they don't read too much anymore. They watch TV.
Mm-hmm.
They like a sports.
Yes.
And they like a spectacle, like the Worldwide Wrestling Federation.
Yes.
And Donald Trump, he's like the Billy Superstar Graham of politics.
Yes, he is. That is a fantastic analogy.
And this is what America needs: a leader. They need someone to give them a direction. It's very confusing now to be an American because, they're every color, they're every race. It's very confusing. You don't even know what it is to be an American.
Right. As our friend Mary seemed to indicate a time that she called, sometimes you can't even tell if someone's an American or not, the way these people dress.
Yeah, it's true. There is you got a little slippage in your country in the respect, the category.
Yes.
But, and like I tell you, like you were talking before, the squad, those terrible women, they really need to go back the way they came from, It's, send them back.
Oh.
Omar, this is a very disturbing little woman who talks so bad about the president, and she talks so bad about the Jews, so she needs a mouth to wash that with salt.
Well, Father, I think that really I think her comments have been taken out of context, and really all she has done is criticized Israel's policy toward the Palestinians and has been labeled an anti-Semite because of her criticisms of Israel's policies, which I think is a
yeah,
that's a little
what they
unfair.
always say.
Yeah.
You know, she's an anti-Semite. You can take that to the bank, Matt. They always say, you know, we're not anti-Semites, we're anti-Zionists. You know, it's a rough neighborhood. You know, they got these. Well, you know, the Catholic Church, you know, we derive a lot of our ideology from the Jews. So we have a kinship with the Jews.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But what have the Muslims ever done for the Catholic Church? Nothing.
Well, I suppose that's true.
They attacked us. They killed us by the thousands, by the tens of thousands, because it is a religion of the sword, unlike the Catholic Church, which is kind and loving and generous.
Right. Yes, Father Bruno, that is so true. But didn't your boss, the Pope, say we have to be nice to everybody, to all respect all
of course, he
faiths?
says that. You know, even I say that, you know, on my radio program, Get Right with Jesus.
Yes.
But, you know, sometimes you got to take off the gloves, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to get down in a fight.
Right.
And Omar, she likes to fight. The other one, too, Talib, whatever her name is, you know. The Palestinians, you know, they sometimes it's better to understand when you've been defeated.
Uh-huh.
You know, you have to accept it. Otherwise, you just keep fighting, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. This is what the Democratic Party doesn't understand. They don't understand they've been defeated by the Donald. The Donald is making America great again. They're very jealous because, you know, the Democrats, what do? Well, they're in charge of all the big cities in America, which lie in smoking ruins.
Well, I don't know about smoking ruins, Father. I mean, here in Manchester, New Hampshire, I mean, we haven't exactly descended into a post-apocalyptic hellscape, at least not yet.
Oh, you will. You will. It'll be like Detroit. It'll be like Cleveland. It'll be like St. Louis.
Oh.
They're all going to go down because they're Democrats. And the Democrats, they don't know anything. They're just going to give a lot of free stuff away. You know, free stuff ain't free, Matt. You know, this is what the Democrats don't tell everybody. There's a price for that. You give people free money, free food, free medical care, a free place to live. You know, nobody works then. Your society collapses.
Well,
there's got to be a cost. And just like I was saying with the borrowing, there's got to be a cost of money.
Right.
And that's why we got very good currency, the Vatican currency. And we get the highest rates because, believe me, when it comes to solvency, the Catholic Church is a number one.
Oh, I bet. Do you have your own currency with?
So we take care of the money and we invest in good companies in America.
Oh.
We like the defense industry. You know, it's very robust.
Yes. Well,
so we buy Raytheon, we buy General Dynamics, Boeing, Sikorsky, Bell Helicopter. You know, we're into all of those really good industries that are keeping the peace around the world and making the world safe for democracy.
Yes. Well, war is our greatest export, Father Bruno.
Well, it's a dirty work, but somebody's got to do it.
Yes.
You know, thank God for America. Okay, listen, madam, I know you got a lot of people that want to call you and talk to you about your warped view of the President of the United States. I'm going to get off the line now, but I encourage you, next time Trump is in town, you know, you go to the rally, you broadcast from the rally, you interview some people. You know, get right with Donald Trump.
Oh, right. Yes. And, of course, you have your show, Get to Right with the Jesus.
Yes, but, you know, that's an easy sell. You know, Jesus, everybody loves a Jesus.
Yes.
Okay, listen, I'm gonna sign off now, and I'm gonna get ready for Trump's speech. It's coming up in a couple hours. I got to get myself mentally prepared for it.
Yes, you do. All right, Father Bruno, thank you so much for the call.
Yeah, anytime, Matthew, anytime.
And peace be with you. All right, I was hoping he would say, and also with you. That's a Catholic thing. All right, well, we just heard from the great Father Bruno Sarducci calling all the way from the Vatican in Rome. That is always wonderful to hear from him.